Hello Pyvekins and welcome to Queensland, Australia. My name's Chloe. I was a camp counsellor back in 2017 and I ran the horse riding program. Next to me is LP Serenity and over in the distance is LP Simoon. Does anyone want to have a guess what LP means for both these horses' names? LP means Lavender Park. So both these horses are from Lavender Park Arabians. They're both cousins and they're actually born 6 days apart. They are both 18 years old. Today we're going to focus on horse care and we're going to begin with cleaning out the horse's feet. So first we need a hoof pick. And we've also got eucalyptus oil to help prevent any bacteria, and we've got hoof to keep any cracks away. Rennie's ever so nice. Hey Ren. Good girl. So when cleaning out the horse's foot, you're going to make sure you get all the dirt away. As you can see, Rennie's mud is quite fat mud. We have actually had some rain the last few days. And then next, we'll paint their hooves. As you can see, this is quite a step process, seeing as we've got four feet to cater to. And then we've just got the one last hoof to do. On this hoof, Rennie actually has a crack, so I'll be sticking some paste to help prevent any bacteria getting into the crack. Things to keep in mind when cleaning out horses' feet is making sure you're able to get out of the way quick enough and keeping your feet out of the way just in case they suddenly put their feet down, or if something was to scare them, they need to get away. how you do all 4 feet. This product is hoof clay. It is to help with any cracks or other medical conditions. So we just apply a small amount into the crack and it helps everything heal and stop any nasties from getting in there. And it's as easy as that. Next we're going to start with brushing, and this is a koriko. So normally you use circular motions, but considering this one has decided to roll in the mud, we will start with strokes with the grain of the hair and then we'll move on to circular motions. So we start from the top of the neck and try and break up some of the mud that has caked on the coat. So these guys are looking a bit hairier at the moment. That is because we're actually in winter. So when it comes to brushing a horse, you follow the grains and make sure you use firm strokes so they're aware that it's you and not actually flies just bothering them. And you've got to be mindful of their flanks because they can be quite tickly and actually cause some horses to kick. Now that I've gone through once, I can come back through and do the circular motion. Move on to the other side. Push the mane over so I can actually get to it. Rennie, you're going grey on me, darling. Next brush we're going to move on to is the dandy brush. It's a bit firmer and you use them in small strokes just to get rid of the dust. Move your hair back over. Because the dandy brush is so firm, we only use it on the body and we use the other brush for the face. To the other side. So while I'm brushing, would anyone like to guess what this is called? This hair is actually called the mane. It's a bit coarser and we have to use a different brush altogether. Some people braid the manes up, some cut them really short or make the horses have none. brush we're going to use is the body brush. Body brushes are a softer bristle, so we can actually use them on the horse's faces, and it helps just get rid of any other finer dust, which is important when you ride a horse, because otherwise there's the dust. Sometimes they can actually act up and throw people off. Funny thing is, Rennie is covered in quite a lot of mud, but Rennie actually doesn't like water, but she likes mud. Not sure why. As you can see, Rennie actually looks a lot cleaner now. Horses are in need for baths, but due to it being winter, we're not going to be giving them baths until it warms up. So they get to be piglets for a little while. Next we're going to get there and clean Rennie's eyes, because some of you may have already noticed that she's got bits around her eyes. I'm not exactly sure why, it might be allergies to pollen in the air, so we're just going to clean her eyes up and make it a bit nicer for her. So this cloth is actually damp and we're just lightly wiping it down with the hair. Rennie doesn't enjoy it, but she will tolerate it. Stand up. Last one, darling. This also allows me to get any dust that might be sitting near the eye away and stop any irritants. And we're done. Next we're going to work onto the mane and tail. Today, because they are quite grubby and feeling a bit dry, I'm going to use some coconut oil to help detangle, and we've got a normal hairbrush. So to start with, I spray a little bit of coconut oil into the mane. Don't know if you guys can see, but this also makes the mane look a little bit glossier and not as dull. And we'll just brush it through, and it helps get all the knots out. Before filming, I did actually have to pull a whole heap of grass out of Rennie's mane due to her rolling around in the paddock. And that's the mane done. Next we'll move on to the tail. For the purpose of this video, I did have to time you off as well. Otherwise she would have gotten in all of our faces and said hello to the camera. So once again, you spray the tail with coconut oil. tail is actually very, very long. It actually drags on the floor. So we're going to talk about colours, and then we'll finally discuss or show how to put on a rug very safely. So does anyone want to have a guess what colour Rennie is? Rennie is a bay. Bays are known for their black points and this brown colours. So black points is black tail, black mane, and then black stockings. Sometimes, as you can see on this other back leg, you can get white marks as well. And Moo is a chestnut. She has some flaps and points which are the lighter colour traits on her mane, and as you can see they can also get white markings on their legs. Most horses also have white markings on their faces, but due to location I haven't been able to get it into the camera as well. So next we're going to put Rennie's rug on. When it comes to rugs, it's much easier to put a rug on when it's already pre-folded and you just have to unfold it on the horse versus trying to work out head to toe, upside down, inside out, and so forth. So, Rennie's rug. So it's better to have the rug further up the horse than further down, because you can pull the rugs down with the hair grains versus trying to pull it up and going against the grain, which can also make a very unhappy horse in the process. So Rennie's rug is a little bit too big for her, but it works for us. So the straps you can see hanging down here, they are leg straps. So the first protocol is attaching the leg straps. By doing the leg straps first, that means if a horse suddenly gets a fright and tries to run away, they can safely do so and the rug can still fall off without causing too much damage. With the leg straps you also cross them over underneath, so if a horse rolls, the rug's hopefully going to stay still in place first, losing the leg straps. Next protocol is the chest straps. Because this rug is too big and Rennie's not very big herself, I have to put them on the tightest settings, and as you can see we still have some loose rug. Next is belly straps, which this rug doesn't have. Thought I had my other rug. So normally next you do the belly straps to stop them from hanging around their feet, and they get crossed over as well, also to prevent the rug from moving. And then lastly you do the neck rug. Something I forgot to mention earlier, when tying up a horse, it is best practice to tie them up so you've got a quick release knot, so if a horse suddenly needs to take off, you're able just to pull the string and you've got your horse. Okay, Rennie's all ready for bed. It is actually evening over here for us, so I'm going to get there and move ready for bed, and then I'm going to go inside and have dinner. So I'm going to love and leave you all. I hope you all have a wonderful camp, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. Have fun! Okay guys, so it pays off to have put time and effort into these guys, because you can actually get some really lovely horses. If Rennie will come back over this way, she will put her head into the halter for me, and then it makes it much easier to put it on. Ta-da! Wild horse! Moo, what have you done? Eating half your dinner and losing your rope across your head? I'm not saving that for later. girl. Stand up. Ready? Okay. Right. Got your shoulder conscious then.